That was a crazy, crazy game, back and forth.
Yeah, and now Shoop is in the enviable position of being up 2-0, and he's
Yeah.
only got to find a win with this mage deck. We don't know which one it is, and we only know one of Prophecy's decks so far. We know that he has Control Warrior, so we're interested to see what decks Prophecy has. Maybe he's just going to go ahead and keep going with Control Warrior, because if it's Freeze Mage, we all know the resonant sleeper that is Control Warrior versus Freeze Mage. It's a rough spot for the Freeze Mage deck to be in.
Yes, it is. Shoop has played quite a bit of Freeze Mage in the past, and I'd imagine Shoop would be in sort of the camp that Freeze Mage is good. But there's so much Warrior being played. It's hard to think that this many Freeze Mages would have made it through to the top four. But, it's a possibility. Shoop also has played Temple Mage in the past, so I wouldn't put that past him either. So I can't even predict what it's going to be. And Prophecy, we just haven't seen his other decks, so it looks like we're going to go.
Yeah, a lot of my friends have been talking lately about they have DreamHack coming up. They just had a major over this weekend and a few other tournaments that are going on, and a lot of them have been saying, "I think I'm just going to play Control Warrior because it's just an auto free win against a lot of the good players because they know Freeze Mage is good. They're very good with Freeze Mage. So they're just going to end up playing it." And you know what? I don't mind what Prophecy's doing here because you've got to believe that it's Freeze Mage, and you know that you have this win in your back pocket with Control Warrior. I think it's the most lopsided matchup in all of Hearthstone. Mm-hmm. So why not try to get a win with the other decks? And yeah, if we get to game 5, I've got it practically locked up. If not, then I can just get out of here as soon as possible.
Yep, and that's a very weird Shaman deck. That's an Elite Star Seeker. That's also a Halaziel the Ascended. So it might be a lot tougher than it may appear to kill this Shaman.
Yeah, I think this is I'm guessing this is a mid-range version because you're also seeing the Tuskar at the end and a Hex. Yeah, this is definitely one of the slower ones, and this is what we were talking about earlier. It's hard to tell exactly what Shaman deck it is for the first couple turns because they all play the same 1 and 2 drops. But this card right here, when they play this one, usually leads me to believe they're a slower version of the deck.
Yeah. And Shoop's just going to go ahead. What the? Mirror Image?
Is he a Reno version of this deck as well?
I have no idea, but it's a possibility.
All I know is I'm excited, TJ. I'm excited. There's crazy things going on both sides of the board. This is what I envisioned when Standard happened. I was like, we're going to get different stuff, and I'm loving it.
Wow. All right. So Shoop's pretty much just going to go through the motions here. Just try and draw as much. I mean, 2 Acolyte Pains. We saw Pacoima earlier play a Reno Jackson Freeze Mage, and he had 10 2-ofs.
Yeah, so I have the list here of 2-ofs, and it was 3, 6. He had 9 cards that he had 2-ofs in the Reno deck. So maybe just saying he needs that Reno late in the game in some weird situations. I mean, he made it all the way to this top 4, so it had to work somewhere.
Yeah, bit interesting. But didn't work out too well for him, at least in the semifinals. Worked out for him, like you said, all the way across the rest of the Open. So this board for Prophecy is starting to get a little bit scary, though. But Shoop's also starting to piece together a lot of burst damage. So we're starting to get to the point where he might be able to go for a kill relatively shortly. It's just, will Halaziel the Ascended stand in his way is the only thing.
Yeah, I mean, that hand for Shoop is pretty angry. He's got a lot of stuff that he can point upstairs. And for people who haven't seen this new card, how did you pronounce it? Halaziel? The Ascended?
Halaziel? Yeah, Halaziel, yeah. I think it's called.
Yeah, this card, it kind of gives your cards lifelink, like your spells. It's whenever one of your spells deals damage, it restores that much health to your hero. That could actually be pretty important in this matchup if Shoop goes for one of the 2-turn lethals, where he just 16 or 18s him in one turn and plans to Pyroblast him on the next turn, or if he goes for the Alexstrasza turn, Prophecy can play this legendary and then play a spell or 2 afterwards and get himself back up to a safe life total.
Yeah, the thing is, Shoop has Alexstrasza now. So he's going to be... Prophecy's going to be on a pretty short clock in this situation.
TJ, yeah. Back in my day of Hearthstone, we used to have to pay 7 mana for our 7. That's a bloodlust. I wish you guys could have seen TJ's face when this card just got into Prophecy's hand. He is apparently a big fan of bloodlust.
Yeah, all right, so there was a player playing quite a bit of a different version, but with Bloodlust of Shaman, Loyan, on the EU servers. He played it to rank 1. I don't know if he finished rank 1, but he played it to rank 1 a few days before the end of the season. So, Bloodlust is a very strong card. It's just how likely are you going to have a board going into those later turns? And right now, Shoop's in just a prime position. I mean, this is like how you want to be. Even if Prophecy finds a way to deal with this Doomsayer, Shoop's going to play Alexstrasza next turn, and then for every turn after that, Prophecy has to find a way to pop the block and heal back out of range of any type of damage. So now it could be a possibility, but it's like Bloodlust, the damage doesn't count towards Halaziel's heal, so you can't heal and Bloodlust at the same time.
Yeah, and he's going to go ahead and use this Hex here to take care of this Doomsayer. Got to say, I like that here. His board is pretty big right now, and it's obviously, giving Shoop some problems. And if you look over at Shoop's hand, he's got nothing but a bunch of burn spells now. If he has to start using this on this board, he's not going to have a lot of ways to win.
Yeah. So I think it's just going to be a snap Alexstrasza, start pointing that burn up downstairs.
Yeah.
On bottom side of the screen.
Yeah.
And then hope for the win. And there's absolutely no heal right now in Prophecy's deck. So
yeah, you see him just kind of finger over the card, the Ascended there, and he's like, "Wait, where are my lightning bolts? Where are my lava bursts? I don't know. Why am I not gaining life this turn?"
He's like, "I miss Lotheb."
Yeah, I think we are all gonna miss Lotheb a lot. When people were asking me, like what changes would you make to standard cards, like nerfs, one of the first ones I said was I would love to see Lotheb get made evergreen. I would love to see him just made into like a original card. And that way we can just have it, because it's just a good tournament card.
Yeah. But it looks like I don't think Prophecy is going to be able to find a way to this one. He can't heal. Shoop next turn has Fireball, Frostbolt for exactly 15 damage. If I'm paying attention correctly, I'm pretty sure that's just his first Ice Block that Shoop has. It's not an Ice Barrier. So I don't even know, 27. He wouldn't even have enough damage to get through it, even if it was Ice Barrier. So... a little bit unfortunate for Prophecy, but you can see on his face he's sort of accepting defeat here, just hoping that there's not going to be any cards left. Can you get a charger from this? 3 mana Argent Horse Rider?
Well, it's a guy that does have charge, but it looks like Shoop's going to go with the 3-0 victory here, and I'm not playing favorites, but I really wanted to see a little more of this Shaman deck just to see what was in it. It looked very cool, very interesting, a lot of cards you don't normally see in the deck, but props to Prophecy for making it this far, but it looks like we have our second finalist here in Shoop.
Yeah, and that also means I believe that Shoop has solidified his first place points. Now, from being in the final match, he guarantees himself at least 9 Geico points, which would solidify his first place position no matter what he finishes moving on. So Shoop, once again, reigning supreme in the 2016 ONOG circuit. So big congratulations to him for moving on.
That's got to feel good. I mean, I think you probably feel better about that than your actual just finals appearance and finish so far. Mm-hmm. You're going to be like, yeah, it's great that I'm in the finals of this, but I've actually achieved my bigger goal now. I have the point lead. I'm getting to go to PAX East to play for a ton of money, and it's just the culmination of a lot of hard work from Shoop and a lot of dedication. So very big props to him.
Yeah, he's not there yet. He's still got to solidify his spot a little bit, but this also means he's very likely to make it into the feature tournament, which gives him another chance. He was in feature tournament number 1, so this is going to give him yet another chance to get to that finals at PEX Prime. So he's definitely solidified his spot. So he's going to go on against Chess Dude in the finals, and that will be, I believe, our last match of the day. I think we're not going to do the third place match, So before we do that, we're going to have to go to a quick break. Make sure, guys, during the break, once again, you head over to the website, geico.onog.gg. Get your free Geico quote. I guarantee you that you can save money, and it's free. It doesn't take very long, so make sure you guys head over there. Get your Geico quote if you have any type of insurance, car insurance, renter's insurance. Like I said, get your quote. Also, right on that same page, you can enter in to win your CyberPower Gamer Extreme 1000 PC. Again, we also have the discount code if you're planning to spend quite a bit of money on your PC. You're going to want to save some, so use that promo code that's on that page as well to buy a PC from CyberPower. So we're going to have to go to a quick 3-minute break, but don't go anywhere, guys. The final of Open Tournament number 5 between Chess Dude and Shoop will continue right after this.